what's up guys? Welcome back to a new video. Especially today, a new video that I never thought I would make. And I'm going to start with a disclaimer. So first of all, this is in no way, shape, or form any type of attack or criticism or anything against Gregg Braden. Quite the opposite. I love the guy, and he's definitely one of the reasons why I actually pursued this path into spirituality, and why I became a self-healing guide. So yeah, I mean, he was kind of the gateway, along with Joe Dispenza and Bruce Lipton. So it's not an attack against him, not at all. Again, I want to reiterate, I love the guy. I love what he does, and I think he's an awesome person all around. Even though I never met him, but he seems like it. I'm gonna do this video as if I were speaking to Gregg one-on-one, even though I don't know if he's ever gonna see this video or not, but I definitely would have loved to have this discussion with him. So there we go. So Gregg, you mentioned three different mirrors in your video, and the truth is, if you take one step back, you can realize that those three mirrors are just one and the same. Okay, so you give three examples. The first one is the mirror that's showing you who you are, and that's really the only mirror there is. The second one, you talk about what you judge, a mirror that shows you what you judge. And three, you talk about a mirror that shows you what you're lacking. Now, those three things, I understand why, like, the human tendency to separate things in general, to like categorize them. But yeah, that's really a human thing, especially with the way our minds work. But yeah, I'm gonna show you why they're exactly the same. So the first one you mentioned, and if I understood your story correctly, so there were three people in your life, and they were all driving you crazy. And this is how you mentioned the mirror of judgment, supposedly. And so you say that three people in your life were driving you crazy, and you were sort of traveling at the time, or traveling a lot, and you said it yourself in your video, you were sort of postponing dealing with them, for some reason, because I guess you wanted to finish your events first, or, well, who knows, only you know that. The point is, you said that the first thing that came to you, or the first pattern that you realized with those three people, was dishonesty. And you said, and you asked yourself, well, am I being dishonest? And that voice that came to you and said no, yeah, I mean, no, in regards to your work, like, you do expose a lot of the truth in your work, and that's why I followed you in the first place. And I think everybody who follows you and who watches your videos appreciates that. But that's the main thing there, is that you might not have seen, and this is what I do, is that you were actually being dishonest. Because the fact that you were saying that those people were driving you crazy, and then you were postponing dealing with them, which means that you were lying to them, in the sense that you no longer wanted them in your life, or you wanted to, I don't know, maybe make some sort of arrangement. I don't know exactly what you were thinking or planning to do with them. But the point is, you ignored that. You ignored your wanting to deal with them, and instead we're like, okay, you know what, I'm going to postpone this and do the events and all that stuff, which is fine. Obviously, I'm not saying that was the wrong thing to do, but that's exactly what the mirror showed you. It showed you that you were dishonest with them, and by being dishonest with them, because you didn't tell them what was going through your what you were feeling back then you were ultimately being dishonest to yourself. That's what the mirror was showing you. So it was showing you dishonesty. It just wasn't, the dishonesty that you were thinking. So basically, it goes back to the first mirror that you explained, in which you don't necessarily give an example, but it's the only mirror there is. It's the mirror that shows you exactly who you are. The mirror, it's what basically revolves around the law of attraction as well, and all that stuff. which is reality is always going to show you what you are, not what you want or what you want to be. It's always going to show you who you are. So that's exactly why you generated that situation right there. And then the last mirror that you speak of, the third mirror, um, again, it's the same. It's just that you try to put it in another context, but it's the same thing. So you talk about being attracted to somebody, and the fact that that strong attraction is always towards people who have something or will show you something that was quote unquote taken away from you by somebody who had power over you. Well, in this case, really, it's showing you what you're lacking, which is still what you are. I mean, it's showing you something that you're lacking and something that ultimately frustrates you, unconsciously speaking, because you would like to be like that. And that's why you're attracted to that. See, attraction is a calling of the soul to experience itself. So, something about itself that it doesn't know yet, or that your conscious mind doesn't know yet, and your soul wants you to experiment. So that's the point of that mirror as well. Is it's still to show you what you are, and therefore it shows you another person that maybe has something that you want or you would like, or that is ultimately inside of you. It's not that somebody took it away from you, it's that because of the education you had, you created a mental blockage that is blocking that part of your soul to express itself. So that's the point. It's really all of reality is just a mirror, and that's the mirror. That's the law of mirrors, um, which I understand why you said in the beginning of the video that it could be, it was used as a harsh form of truth. When like people would say, "Oh, well, you didn't like what somebody did to you. Well, look at yourself." Well, technically, it's true. It's not that, I know that it might be hurtful, but that's another. It's another thing you mentioned in your video. It's our bias and our belief about whether some emotions are good or bad, and it's like, oh, since this is painful, and I don't want to feel this, then I'm going to create another concept about something else in order to kind of avoid that. And the truth is, it's okay to feel pain. It's okay. It only shows you what your soul is carrying, so what you are ultimately. So that is true. The thing is, since we have this belief in this fucking this tendency to just think that dense emotions, like anger, frustration, sadness, all that are not good, then we try to evade them. We don't want to feel them. But the truth is, they're there for a reason, and that reality that you generated also happened because you were carrying that emotion. See, the emotion comes first, and the reality is created from that. So yeah, that was basically my point. I hope you'll see this, first of all, and second, I hope you take this in the loving way that I wanted to do this, because this is in no way like some me trying to pick a fight or start a fight or anything. It's just me noticing something that maybe you haven't seen. And yeah, since this is what I do, I figured I'd share it with everybody, and especially with you, Greg, if you ever see this. To everybody else, I hope this was clear. You can ask me any question you want down in the comments if something was confusing, and I'll gladly answer. No worries there. And besides that, guys, thank you for watching. See you on the next one. And in the meantime, for those who have followed kind of what I do, I'm in Mexico, kind of living the life here, and well, actually, kind of testing the lifestyle here a little bit, and yeah, doing those self-healing sessions and those events. The next one is coming up this Saturday. It's a sexuality event, so this is going to be a big one in terms of the types of emotions that we're going to touch on. And so yeah, lots of healing going to happen, lots of healing going to go on, and this is definitely going to be a great one. So thank you guys again. Thank you to everybody who's going to be coming. Obviously, it's a Spanish event. I mean, I'm doing it in Spanish, but hopefully I will start soon with the events in English. That'd be a great thing. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much, and again, see you on the next one. Bye.